Hello again, Dinky Dana here. This video I'd like to show you some of the games that I picked up in the month of May 2010. And the first part's going to be old school and retro stuff that I found, and then the second part's going to be more modern games that I picked up. I got a lot of Nintendo games this month, and I stopped in at a Goodwill that's right by my brother's house. I hardly ever go there, they never have anything good. And I walk in, and right by the VHS section, they have a whole section of Nintendo games. So I walked up and I instantly just bought all the games. So I'm just going to go through and show you what they are. All of these games are complete in their box. Some of them are missing manuals, but they all have the box. And in my Nintendo collection before these, I only have about 5 or 6 games that have the box. So to find all these, it like tripled my collection of boxed Nintendo games. The first one is Jeopardy! Junior Edition. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly. The next one is Wheel of Fortune Junior Edition. Monopoly. Next one up is probably the worst shaped box, and it's still pretty good, is The Little Mermaid. Next up, I found this. I thought it was pretty cool looking, and it's an NES cleaning kit. I already had a boxed NES cleaning kit, but this one has a cool picture of Mario on the front, like scrubbing the screen off. And then on the back, it shows you the 3 different screens, that if you have those as a problem, to use this cleaning kit. So that was a pretty cool find. And then the next ones, all of these boxes are in great shape. And the first one up is Yoshi's Cookie. Next up is just Yoshi, and this box looks like it's not even touched. There's not a mark on this thing. The next one up is Zoda's Revenge, Star Tropics 2. This box is in great shape too, and I've heard that this one isn't as good as the first Star Tropics, but I haven't played either one of them, so I'm looking forward to trying them both out. And the next one up has to do with that, and it's the original Star Tropics. I've heard that this game is really good. And E. Skilliam always talks about it. He says it's his favorite game on the Nintendo. So this box is in great shape too, and at the local store near my house, I've almost bought this, a beat up box, for like $10. So to get this one, it was really cool. That one has the manual in there too. And then the last game that I got that I remember from my childhood is Tailspin. So those are the boxed games that I got. I'm really looking forward to playing some of these that I haven't tried out before. And I got all of those games for $20. They were $2 a piece. So, I mean, especially since they weren't already in my collection, I usually don't like getting duplicate Nintendo games because they sit around my house. But it was really cool seeing all those, and some of them are in almost perfect condition. So, after that, I decided to stop out at the flea market just this past weekend. I went out on Sunday, and I guess it's just because the weather's nice. It was really crowded, and on the way there I stopped in at a few garage sales, and the only thing that I bought for myself was this It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia DVDs for the season 1 and season 2. I love this show, and I'm really looking forward to getting seasons 3 and 4, because I think probably season 3 is really good, but as the show goes on, it just gets more and more crazy, and the later seasons are a lot better than the first ones, but the first 2 are really good as well. So I was glad to get that. I also got my mom a cookbook for like $1, and then I picked up my brother a nice tripod for his camera, and I got it for $2. It was a pretty heavy-duty tripod, so that was a great deal. And out at the flea market, I walked up to this guy. He had about 20, I think 17 Nintendo games, and he wanted $2 a piece. And in that stack, I went to look through and see if there were games that I didn't have, and there were some. And I just offered him $20 for all 17. He wanted $2 a piece, and he decided to just take it. So I got 17 games for $20. I'm only going to show the ones that I didn't have before. And the first one is A Boy and His Blob. Heard a lot about this game. The new remade version on the Wii just came out. So I'm going to try and play this, and then maybe get that Wii version. Next up is the Tengen Pac-Man. And this is actually kind of rare, so I was surprised to see that sitting there. Next up was a game that is actually pretty rare, and it's Wizardry 2, Night of Diamonds. And I looked this up on eBay, and it was selling for like $20. So I hadn't heard of this one, and pretty interested to see what that looks like. Next one is Snake's Revenge. Played the first Metal Gear, but never this one. Super Glove Ball, that's a Power Glove game, so I don't even know where my Power Glove is. I probably still have it somewhere, but I'd like to try that out. Power Glove was funny. It's so bad. And then next up, we got Destination Earthstar. Archon, Legacy of the Wizard, and one that I've been looking for a while is 1943. I always loved this as a child, and just to get it back now is pretty cool. I don't know where I lost it, but next thing I found, I walked up to this one guy, and I'd never seen this booth there before. He had all kinds of old school board games and stuff like that, and he said that he only comes to this flea market maybe twice a year. So I walked up and he had all these games, and I found some video game systems in there, and he sold me them all in the box. I've spent $20 on all of these. And the first one, I believe this is from 1975. It's a Hanimex. It's pretty much Pong. It's called a compact full-featured TV game, but it's pretty much Pong. And you connect this one into your TV, and then you connect the second controller so you can play with someone else. You plug that into the main unit. So I'd like to probably try and get some gameplay, see if this still works, and maybe do a review on it, because this is probably the oldest thing that I have in my collection now. Similar to that is the Radio Shack electronic TV scoreboard, and it looks to be basically the same thing. It's got the same unit size over here, and then also a smaller one for the second player. And I've seen that there are different versions of this where it comes with a light gun, but this one didn't have it. It doesn't look like it was supposed to come with it either, but there's supposed to be a bigger box with a different version, and it has that gun. Next up is a handheld offense-defense electronic hockey. Next one, this is an Entex game actually, Entex Electronic Arcade, and it's called Super Cobra. I don't know anything about this. The display on it looks pretty clear, looks pretty colorful, so back when this came out it was probably pretty cool. It looks like 1982 this came out. And then this next one I actually want to try. I looked up a YouTube video of it, and the display looks really vibrant and really colorful, and it's Coleco Alien Attack. So I definitely want to try this one out. I'm going to have to test. I'm assuming that these would work. The guy said that they should. He wasn't completely sure, but for $3 a piece, you know, it's a pretty good deal either way. And then the last one in the box is Sears Telegames Hockey Tennis. And I took this out. It's got the manual in there. It's pretty much like it's new. It's got the two controllers, the main unit, which looks like that, if you could see it. So, and then the last thing, those were all $18, and I had a $20 bill. And he had a lunchbox there, and I thought it was pretty cool, a Dragon's Lair one. So he threw this in for $2 extra. It's missing a handle on the top, and it's a little bit beat up on this side, but either way, it's still pretty cool, Dragon's Lair. And this is also from 1983, which I didn't even remember Dragon's Lair. I didn't think it was quite that old, but it was really neat. I really like this artwork on the side. So that's pretty much the main stuff that I got at the flea market. The last thing that I picked up, and normally I don't like buying these, but it's a fat version of the PlayStation 2. And usually I'm nervous buying these out at a flea market or somewhere where I can't return it, because a lot of the times they won't read certain discs and they just won't work. So they wanted $20 for it, and I was kind of hesitant, but I decided to pick it up because it came with a bunch of PlayStation 1 games, and some of them I hadn't had, so I figured it'd be worth it. And the first one is Bloody Roar. Next it's got Tomb Raider, the first one, which I already had, but it also came with Tomb Raider 2. Came with South Park, and the main reason that I got it is because it came with Crash Bandicoot and also Crash Bandicoot 2. And I have never played these games. The only game I played on the PlayStation was Crash Team Racing, and I really liked that one, and I've heard a lot about these and never got a chance to play them. So I'll try those out now. And another game it came with is Jersey Devil. And apparently this is pretty rare. I've never heard of it before, but I looked it up and it seems to be worth some money. So if anybody's played this, let me know whether you think it's good, and give me your opinions on it. And then the last small thing that I got was the Genesis game Hard Driving. I got this because Vintage Video Game Geek just did a review on it, and I mean, it just looked really interesting. You could do like backflips and stuff, you could drive through loops, and the sound of the wheels screeching sounded so obnoxious. And he just put up the review a couple days ago, so whenever I went out and saw this for $1, I decided to grab it. And it's complete with the manual, so I'm sure I'll be very annoyed with the sound of the wheels screeching on this one. But those are the older, more retro things that I picked up in the month of May 2010. So I'm Dinky Dana. Look forward to the second part where I show you some newer games. Thanks for watching.